And we are rolling, and it's great to see everyone. I want to welcome all of you, our new resellers, to our quick start video guide. Tonight's webinar is for one reason: to take you through the system. We're not going to build apps. We're not going to do any of that. We're not going to talk about selling apps. We're going to take you step by step and show you the system. And we want to make sure that you understand the system. This training is here to help guide you through the steps of getting started with the Instant App Wizard platform. And I'm going to be asking you questions, so if you would interact with me. This webinar is also going to be used for all of those who come after you, so that they understand the system and understand the things to do. So please feel free to ask questions. If you don't see that I do something, I go in the system every single day. I push every single button every day. So based on the fact that I do it habitually, I want to make sure that if I miss something that you want to see, that I do that. Again, I'm not here to answer sales questions. I'm not here to build an app. I'm here to walk you through step by step getting your system set up. You will be getting some videos on building apps and all that kind of stuff over the next couple of days as we go into the Thanksgiving holiday. The best way to learn anything is, and I need to change that, it's not by doing, it's by doing, is by doing it, period. How many of you that are on this call right now have been in the platform, and all of those who will watch this video from here on out, how many of you have literally gone in and clicked on every button in the platform and understand where every single thing is? And I would like all of you to answer this, because this really helps me to take the training in the direction that we need to go. How many of you have gone in, logged in, and clicked on every single button that's there? If you just answer, and there's no wrong answer. A yes is a yes, a no is a no. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't. And so if you could, real quick as I'm talking, just throw a yes or no in the question box. Have you gone through and actually clicked on the buttons? And we're getting a lot of no's. And that's fine. That's fine. That's one reason we're here. And let me say this, if you haven't, that's the first thing you need to do. You need to log in and you need to start clicking on buttons. The hardest thing for anyone to do is to tell you over a phone how to do something. Let me go through, before you start asking those questions, we're gonna go through all that. So let me go through, and anything that, how do we do this or how do we do that, let's save that for the end. And I just need to know right now who has and who hasn't clicked on everything in the system. And that way we can take the direction of the training. I did. No. A lot of you have not. You can't break anything. It's kind of like when you go and purchase a car. The first thing you do is you get in and you learn where all the knobs are. And then you learn all the stuff that is there. And then about 3 years later, you realize you had features that you never knew were there. So it's just like getting in that new car. Go in and start playing with everything. You're not going to tear anything up. You're not going to break anything. Go in and build 500 apps if you want to, and then delete them. Your apps are not going anywhere, okay? The Share Web App button is already there. It's already there. The Share Web App button is already there. Now, if you're talking about the viral text feature and you purchase that, that has to be turned on. So that's something we'd have to look at. But the Share Web App button is already there. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to look at that in a minute. The only thing that happens by not doing that is you get one more day without selling. The longer you take to get into your system, the longer you take to do anything with your system, the longer it takes you to learn. It really deteriorates your learning curve, especially when we go into trainings on Wednesday night and when we do those kind of things. So I'm not going to waste any time here. I got the answers that I needed. Pretty much told me exactly where we're at. And let me get a sip of tea. And we're going to get started. When you sign up, the first thing that's going to happen, and I've signed up for a brand new account, the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get a couple of emails. The first email is going to be your login email, and that should be the first thing you should click on. You should open it up, you should log in, and you should start hitting buttons. And we're going to go through every button tonight. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to share with you every single button tonight. And the next email you're going to get is an email from me that talks about training, welcomes you on board, talks about our Facebook group, the control panel, how to sign up for texting. If you have not signed up for texting for our training, you need to do that. That way, if something happens, the family emergencies or anything, and that's happened maybe 3 times in 3 years, we'll let you know if training is going to be canceled. So make sure that you sign up for that texting. It's AppCall, APPCALL, to 727-478-1343. And that's in that email. And I get, believe it or not, you'd be amazed at the number of emails I get that say, hey, are we having training? So let's get right on over here. I'm going to pause this for 2 seconds. And I'm going to bring up the login. Let me check one thing real quick. And I just want to check on the username and password. There it is. I just brought this up. Okay, the first thing you need to do if you have not got the Platinum package, if you've got the Gold package, you need to log in from the Instant App Wizard platform. You can log in there with the Platinum package also. The difference being is some functions you need to log in through your platform. You definitely need to log into your platform when you're using your customers, okay? Your customers need to see your brand. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But let's say that you've just got your stuff and you're going to log in. And I'm going to log in right here real quick. And I have 0 apps created. So, but let's start up here at the top. Up here we have web apps, add-ons, okay? If you have not received the text sharing package, you get the text sharing package here, okay? You can purchase it here. This is the viral text sharing package. If you have not received the website and so that you can accept payments, that's the additional website that comes with the Platinum package. You can purchase that here. And if you do not have the sales rep feature and it's not been able, you can purchase that here. And that is under the add-ons, okay? This is your account information. If you ever want to change your password, your username will stay the same. If you ever want to change your password, you change it right here. This is under the Manage button, okay? All your resources. I highly recommend that you click on your Resources button. Here's where your marketing training is, okay? Emails, you name it, right here. Owner's Manual, Platform Instruction Manual for Clients, YouTube commercials, table tents, special webinar events, graphics programs. If you do not have a graphics program, okay, you can download your graphics programs here. You can download some PSD files here if you want to use those for your mobile coupons. Mobile emulators, you may want to put a mobile emulator on your computer. What a mobile emulator does is actually emulates a mobile phone, and you can see what it looks like without bringing it up on your mobile phone. You can literally put the URL in the mobile emulator, and you can see exactly what it's going to look like. And these mobile emulators have several different types of phones in them, from iPhone to your Android phones and Google phones, and there's a bunch of different phones. These apps look different in every single phone, depending on the browser they use, depending on the phone they use. So you have the opportunity, if you use a mobile emulator, Let's say that you went in and talked to someone and you know exactly what kind of phone they have. This is a great way to know what that's going to look like when you go in and demonstrate that. Your reputation management slide. Third-party restaurant menu services. This is Menufy, Grubhub. Okay, you can download menu marketing materials. Menufy is a company that we've teamed up with. We work directly with them. We have contact numbers that you can contact them to help set up restaurants, to help set up restaurants with. Iframe generator. If you ever have to generate something and put it in the HTML section, and I'll show you where you do that in a moment, you can generate the iframe, put the URL in there, and put it in the HTML. And what it does is that frames that inside the app, and it doesn't allow them to go out of the app. There's times to use that, times to not. Let me say this about putting iframe material in your app. Make sure it's relevant. Make sure it is mobile responsive and mobile ready. Don't put something iframed in like a website or something that's not mobile responsive. It's going to look terrible. You're taking a lower quality product to your customers. Make sure whatever you iframe in is mobile ready. The games, you've seen the games that we put on our apps. You can download the third-party games. Menus and flyers and postcards, all right here, can be customized. Your guides and your manuals, your QR code basics, quick start guide, Foursquare guide, your business plan, a mind map to help you get started and where to go, our blog, Foursquare lead generation tool. This is a great lead generator. This shows you who's on Foursquare, who's not, who has claimed their place on Foursquare, and these are great customers to go out to. The reputation checker. If you're doing reputation management, you can go in here and put the information in, do your keyword search, your search radius, and it checks on Google about who's got a great reputation, who doesn't, the whole 9 yards. Go in and play with each and every one of these things. Go in and type the information in. Go in and use them, and you see exactly how they work. Lead generation links, anywhere, anything from accountants down to restaurant directories. I mean, there's everything here you could ask for lead generation. Let me tell you how Kerry does lead generation. He gets in his car and he gets out of the car and he starts walking up and down strip malls. Recommended products, Firefox, Opera Emulator, QR Stuff. QRstuff.com is a great place to go. If someone wants to track their QR codes and do some things like that, you can do that at QRstuff.com. And bonus software. This is another keyword generator. It's a great tool. It sees where the competition is for keywords. Any questions at all on resources? Any at all? I want to stop right here and I want to go step by step to see if there's any questions as we go through each section. Any questions at all? We got a great crowd tonight, by the way. Thank you for coming out. No questions? We will roll on. Help and Support Center. The Help and Support Center is just for that. It's for if you have issues in the system. It's not for could we have this implemented, or could we do this, or it's not for what does this button do. The help and support system is to help to keep the system running if you have an issue and something isn't working. The place to find out where to do something, how to do something, or how to make something happen is the Facebook group. Those folks in there are wonderful about helping people get around, okay? If you bog down the help and support system with, and every question is important, but our programmers aren't going to take time to say, well, yeah, click on the event tab and fill out the blanks, okay? you're probably not going to get a rapid response to a question like that. If you will go in and click on the event tab and start filling information out, you're going to learn that a lot quicker than waiting on a support ticket to come back. So remember, if you're having a problem, if you're having an issue, if something's not working, okay, if you will go in the help and support system and put that information in, that's what our programmers are looking at. If you're having a billing issue, put it in there. You know, if there's a problem with billing or something not going on with the system, this is the place to do that at, okay? Now let's go over here inside the system. I'm going to go to web apps, and obviously I've got to create one real quick. As you can see, there's nothing in here. All you have to do to create a web app is go to 2.0, put in the name, and the URL, and hit save. When you come to this page, this is where everything happens from. When you post in the Facebook group, it can allow everyone to learn. You can also search the Facebook group for past questions and answers. Absolutely, you can. Now remember, you got to be a member of Facebook to get in the Facebook group. We get that all the time. I can't get in. That's because you haven't joined Facebook yet. Okay, right here, we're going to go through these buttons, but I'm going to start over here. If you generate an app, and I had this question yesterday about 5 times. I've got 500 or 600 apps. What if I build 10 of them out as demos? Does that count against me? It does come off of your pool, okay? It comes off of your pool, but you can delete those apps anytime you want to. All you have to do is click delete, and it removes that app. You're going to click delete. It's going to say, do you want to delete it? Yes, delete it. If you delete it, it goes right back in your pool. How many of you have joined the Facebook group? How many on this call are in Facebook, have a Facebook page, and have joined the Facebook group? Anybody? I know Shanice has. Joe has. 2 people? Even if you do nothing but build a Facebook page yourself, your personal page, to join the Facebook group, I highly recommend that you do that. You don't have to go in and post stuff in Facebook and like people or anything else. I highly recommend you go in and set up a Facebook page so you can join the group. Next, you have suspend. Suspending the app, what that does is if your customer hasn't paid or you're having an issue, some reason, and you need to suspend that app, all you have to do is click suspend, and their app has been suspended. You can't go in and do anything with it, and they cannot go in and do anything with it. It says account on hold. Now, if they've got an active app, okay, and a lot of people are in that app, and they know that, and you suspend that app, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Your money is going to come across real quick because they don't want people seeing that they've not paid their bills. When they pay their bill, just come over, unsuspend, and the app goes just like back where it was, okay? Disable desktop preview. Yes, disable. No, disable. The desktop preview allows you, I'll show you what it looks like disabled. It actually brings up the app if it's disabled. Enable desktop preview. It brings up a emulator so they can see the app in a desktop, okay? Also has the QR code It also has the link right here on the right side. Duplicate. If you want to build an app and you want to duplicate an app and you don't want to have to go through and do all the logo work and all the button work and all that stuff, you're going to have to go in and change phone numbers and things like that. But it's a great way and it's a fast way to make sure that if, let's say you're doing an office, a real estate office or a insurance office or somebody that's got multiple people that you sold multiple apps to, all of them are going to look the same with the exception of a couple of phone numbers and a logo. Just come in and duplicate the app, put the new app title in, hit save, continue, and I've duplicated my app. Now you cannot use the same URL, obviously, okay? But you did duplicate the app, so now you can just roll on. It's a great way if you're doing multiple businesses. Website redirect code. This is extremely important, and if you heard me during the training, I talked about website redirect, and I talked about Mobilegeddon, and I talked about Google. We have the ability to put this code in the header of their websites. Some webmasters will, some webmasters won't. Some people have websites that they don't know how to log into that was built 10 years ago. They have no clue how to get into it and their webmaster is no longer available. If you do not have access to their website, this can't be done. It's a great opportunity if you build websites or you know someone that builds websites to sell them a website, an updated website, a responsive website, and then this code can be put in there. And you can use this tool to upsell them their website. It's a great way because we already know that Google says everybody has to be mobile ready. With this right here, that's why you're here right now, Dan. That's why you're here right now. So you go through here and you take this redirect code, okay, and you put it in the header and it redirects their website, okay, redirects their website right to the app. Texting service. This is, I'm not sure why nobody sees this, but this is when someone purchases texting, okay? When someone purchases texting, this is where you add texting to the app. It's specific to the app. All you have to do is click on Add Text Service, click which text service they want, okay? This is your cost right here. You do not want to use their credit card unless you're charging them and they're paying wholesale. Okay, you're charging retail. So you want to use your credit card to charge them because you're going to charge them. And what I do on texting, my texting is doubled. So if it's 500 text, it costs $30. If you're charging them $15. So you want to make sure that you're not charging that on their card because what's going to happen is they're going to pay $15. Okay? Text web app. This is a great feature right here. All you have to do is put a phone number in here. Click send, and that will send out to someone right on the way. Okay? for texting, I would set them up on a monthly recurring is what I would do for texting. Set them up on a monthly recurring plan for texting, and then if it doesn't hit, you know that, and you need to stop it because you're still going to be charged. You're still going to be charged. So yes, you manually charge them and or however you set it up. You can do it through PayPal. I use Stripe. That's my processor of choice. Edit client access. There are going to be times when you give your clients access to different things. The majority of time, it is no access. If you sell them on the marketing platform and they're going to control that, you give them message center and limited content access. Limited content access means that if you, let's say it's a real estate company, and you want them to have access to the marketing platform, and you want them to have access to the photo gallery so that they can upload their own photos, okay, then what you need to do is you need to click photo gallery, put in their email address, and it will automatically send them their username and password to log in. Okay? And edit content. And this is where everyone should be, right here. Okay? Any questions on these first buttons? Let's get all this out of the way. I have nothing to do until Thanksgiving Day, so. Any questions at all? Ask now or forever hold your peace. Anybody? I'll get to the website in a minute. But yeah, you can use that as a place to pay. This is what I recommend, okay? You need to, I use a program called MoonClerk, okay? I use a program called MoonClerk. You can set up multiple online payment forms with MoonClerk. It's $9 a month. It connects directly to Stripe, which is free. And you can set up recurring plans in there. Dan, I can tell you right now from experience, the chance of your customers going in and paying on your website are slim and none because they're going to forget. That's where it comes in, where you need to invoice them and or give them a courtesy call or do like my salesmen do and stop by. It's a great opportunity to speak to your clients, speak to your customers, and make sure everything is okay. Remember, out of sight, out of mind. They're not going to your website for any reason at all unless you remind them. I use also a program called FreshBooks. It hooks directly to Stripe. I can send my customers out invoices. Any other questions? At all? Going once? Going twice? Going 3 times. Let's go into edit content. I'm going to start with the content section because when you see me build apps, in training, when you see me build an app in anything, I always go in and start on what I call the right side, okay? You'll always see me and you'll always hear me say, start on the right side. When I start on the right side, I mean start with content. If you build the content first, that creates your buttons, and when you create your buttons, guess what happens? You're able to see your canvas, and you're able to start seeing your app develop, and you're able to do those kind of things before you go in and start doing the design work. There are already 2 buttons that are already available. One is join our list. It's always there unless you turn it off, okay? The other one, and someone asked this question before, how do I turn on Share Web App? Share Web App is already turned on. It's on your app. Now you'll see here that if I do not have the viral text feature on, it only does email. So if you've purchased the viral texting feature, if you purchased the plan the other night that had the viral text feature and it's not on, that's why you're not seeing it. Now that's the reason to put in a support ticket. You know, I purchased this product, it hasn't been turned on. That's not something for the Facebook group. That is a support ticket item. Hey, I purchased this, it's not on. We go into the back end of the system into our CRM panel and we manually turn it on. Okay? Does everybody understand that real quick? I want to make sure that that's clear. The Share Web App feature is there. The viral text feature has to be initiated when it's purchased. Can everybody just say yes on that real quick? I just want to make sure because we've had that question a few times. Okay. Okay, very good. The next 30 people would do that real quick. It'd be greatly appreciated. I don't want to leave any stone unturned tonight at all. At all. Okay? Now, the first button here is the home page. This button right here controls everything. No, it does not. What it means is if you see just the email, that means your viral text feature. What package did you purchase, Dan? If you don't mind me asking, no one else can see it. And I can tell you in 2 seconds. Then and if you do not see the viral text, if you do not see 2 buttons in here, and I'm going to turn that on in just a moment, okay? Actually, I'll probably get Woodrow to run in and turn it on for me in just a minute. If you do not see that in there, if you do not see 2 buttons right here, that means the viral text feature isn't turned on. Woodrow, are you still on the training, my friend? Let me see if I can get a hold of him here. Hey, could you go into demo training into the top in the control panel if you're available and turn on viral text features so I can show them that? And the only way you're going to know this, and it goes back to what I was saying, the only way you will know that is if you've gone into your system and punched a button. You will not know that any other way. If you have not been in this system and touched your system, then you're not going to know what you have. So right here you can see images, okay? Now this is not the image for the header, okay? This is an image that goes behind the header, all right? We're not going to build anything. I just want you to know what it is. And you can attach this to anything, any page you want. Text HTML. When you see the videos on how to go in and upload and put a video on the top, you copy and paste your source code here, which is your iframe. That goes right here. If you want to upload an image, you do that right here. This is just simply a WYSIWYG box. I highly recommend that you go in, especially in this section, and really play with everything. You've got the holidays coming up. Spend the next 3 or 4 days going in and testing it and using it, okay? These are your links. Now, these are the two links that you see right here. Join our list. I'm going to show you something. I can remove that and it will go away. If you come in here and you start doing things and you say, how in the world did my button go away? 9 out of 10 times you did not have your show button on. If I turn it on, it comes back. There's going to be times you want to remove buttons from your app. I remove the Call Us button because I built a button bar. I remove the email button because I put it on the button bar. So there's some things that you remove. If you don't have them hooked up on the marketing platform, remove the Join Our List. Okay? Share Web App, I always leave on. All right? Now, you can also move these back and forth. Does everybody see the arrow right here on the left-hand side? Does everybody see this arrow right here? Everybody see that on the left-hand side? I want to make sure. Okay? If it's got an arrow on it, that means it can be moved. So I can move all of the main sets, okay? And I can also move the subsets. So I can move the main set if I want to move the social media above the links and put the social media links at the top. I can do that. If I want to keep the social media links where they are, I just drop them there. I can also come in and if the subset has an arrow, like the buttons, I can move the buttons anywhere I want. And if you've got a half a dozen buttons, there's going to be times where you will want to move a different button to a different place. Thank you, Woodrow. There's going to be a time you can move a different button to a different place. Okay? Do I want my link sets to be shown on the home page? Yes, maybe I don't. Maybe I've set up a landing page and I don't want that to be. Go in and let me say it again. I'm going to keep reminding you of this. Go in and I want you to touch every single button in your platform. I can tell you now, nobody can hold your hand in your living room and help you go through and learn any better than you can. I can promise you. I've done this for a long time. Landing page. This is simply just a simple landing page. You can build a form and you can build a landing page here. There's different reasons to use that. Panorama image. You can upload an image and it literally turns with the phone. Go in and play with that. That's pretty cool. That was just added for a golly, real estate company. Any questions on the home page? Any questions on this at all? Some of these we'll fly through real quick. Some of them we won't. Any questions at all? Your image, your text, your HTML, your links, your social media links, landing page, and panorama images. Any questions? Okay. HTML and text pages, that is simply what that is. I was talking about iframes a while ago. Maybe you want to iframe something in special, or maybe there's a calculator of some kind, a mortgage calculator or anything like that. This is the page you would do that on. Maybe you want to put a coupon in here. So simply put in coupon. You can come up here and you can grab a coupon icon. Change that out, and you can go in here and you can actually physically text in, you know, get 20% off or whatever. You can center that, you can bold it, whatever you want to do. Let me recommend now, for everything you do in this section, make it 16 to 18%. Yes, if you have via text message and via email, you have the viral text feature. That is correct. Okay, so I've added a coupon. Links to web pages and phone numbers. Any question on the HTML text pages? That's very simple. It is simply a WYSIWYG where you can type anything in you want. Anything. Great place for about us information. Great place for any information at all. Any questions? You guys are awesome. Links to web pages and phone numbers. All you have to do is click on add a new link. If it's a phone number, I always just put call us. Okay? I come up here and I get a phone. I always use the same phone. I'm a creature of habit. Phone 13. And I select call phone number. Hit save. That gives me my phone number. Let's say that I want someone to text. Okay? I come in here, I add a new link, but text me. I'm going to build a couple of things because I'm going to show you guys some stuff. Okay? So I'm going to say text me. And so let's get a text bubble. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click text mobile number. This works with your mobile phone. This opens up the mobile phone, your text system in the mobile phone. Okay, click save. V-card. The V-card is a downloadable business card that goes on the phone. The phone gives directions to be able to do that. All they have to do is click on V-card. Depending on if it's an iPhone or an Android or what phone it is, it will tell them how to download that V-card. V-cards are very, very, very important for your clients. And I'm just going to go over a couple of things real quick. Right here in the website, you want to put this website link that you use to create the app with. Whatever the web app link is, you want to put that there. The reason you want that link in this particular place in the V-card is saved on the phone. The V-card is activated on the phone, and when they open that, they have a direct link to the mobile app. You do not want to put your customer's website there. You always want to put the link to the mobile app. And that's just another way that people will allow this to go virally and be able to use that app over and over and over again. Let's go ahead and submit this. That's all I'm going to put in there. You can see all the information. This is pretty. How many of you can cut and paste? Can anybody on here cut and paste? Like Control-C, Control-V, or you hit your little thing there and you say copy and paste. Can everybody on here do that pretty much? Yes, yes, yes. If you can cut and paste, you can literally build a digital business card in 10 to 15 minutes. Without question. Dan, slow down just about 25 notches, buddy. I'll get there. Okay? That's the V card. Social media links. I usually get 3 to 4 social media links. Okay? Facebook is always one. Twitter is always one. Instagram sometimes. Google Plus a lot recently. LinkedIn and every now and then. I don't think I've ever put a Pinterest on. Yelp every now and then. I've never put a TripAdvisor, Foursquare, or Zomato. Never. Okay? But these top 4, pretty common. And all you have to do is type the link in. Or in my case, I cut and paste it in because I get it from my customers and put it in an email form. Okay? Just simply type it in and simply hit save. Twitter, the same thing. Obviously, there'd be more to the address than this. This is just, I'm just showing this for demo purposes. Their Facebook name would be actually their Facebook page, actually be their Twitter page, okay? Google Plus, the same thing. But does everybody understand how to enter the social media links? And everybody. And that would be their actual Facebook page. The minute you do this, it creates the icon on the front of the app. The minute you do it. Okay? Join our list. This section is set up when you start working the marketing platform. Okay? This is used for the marketing platform. Your birthday reminders, your subscribe information. When they subscribe, they get their first email. This is where that information goes. Any question on social media links or join our list at all? There again, I highly recommend you go in and fill the information out and just play with it. Put your own phone numbers in, put your own email addresses in, see what you get back, see what your customers are looking at, the whole 9 yards. Email us form. This is the email address that receives the form that's in that's on the front of your app. Anytime anybody fills out information on the app, it comes back to your client. Okay? So, for example, this would be Carrie at Instant App Wizard. Okay? And just hit save. And that automatically, any email other than special information that goes into the marketing platform will come back to that person. Rate us. Do you want to turn it on or off? This works with the reputation management system. Can you see right here? This is very important for you to know. You have to have texting service turned on. Okay? You have to have texting service turned on in order for the phone report to work. This is a huge advantage to you when selling reputation management. Every reputation management system should have texting turned on it. Start with the 500 package at $30 and work it up from there. You can literally go out, I'll say that for a different time, but add the texting service, okay? Add the texting service in order to get the phone reports when you enable the reputation management system. Any questions on the email us form or the rate us form at all? Anybody? Any questions? Is this helpful to you, what we're going through each button? Is this making sense for everybody? Yes, yes, yes. Great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Address in Google Maps. Same thing here. Now, you can upload an image here if you want that brands the company that you're looking at. But this is simply just same information. Business name, phone number. Literally just type the stuff in and or cut and paste. I mean, just that quick. Somebody asked me the other day, how do I cut and paste so quick? I use Control C, Control V. And I flip back and forth in between a word page or an email. And I literally just cut and paste and hit the boxes. I could do it in my sleep. This section right here is what generates your map. Okay? This area right here generates the map. I'm going to show you a trick. Okay, here's Commerce, Texas. You see how it's just right in the center of Commerce, Texas? Yes, the Rate Us and Reputation Management System are the same. That's absolutely correct. Yes, sir, Dan. All you have to do is scroll out, okay? And you can bring up And that whatever is here, you see where it says use the above Google map on the phone? When you scroll this in and out, whatever this looks like right here is what it will look like on the phone. When I'm doing a business, I like to try to get to cross streets, okay? I like to get to cross streets, and so what I do is I scroll it out until the cross streets come up. That's a great way to share with your customers and clients that their customers will be able to find them with their map system. And when they see that, they automatically identify with everything else around them, and they know their customers will too, okay? So just a tip, and you can move this around. You can do whatever you want to with it. And whatever you save it as is what it's going to look like on your app. And then I'm just going to add that. Custom forms. You can have multiple email addresses in here. Anything on addresses in Google Maps real quick? Any questions at all? Is this a lot simpler than you thought it was before we did this tonight? I know, sometimes when we look at something, man, it's like, oh my gosh, look at all those buttons. And then you realize all it is really is just a big word pad, where you just type stuff in. So you go up here and you change the name of your form, and we'll just call this demo training. We're going to email the data to, and this is whoever you want it to go to, and you can have it go to multiple people. Maybe there's 2 managers in the office or a manager and a sales rep. All you got to do is put the semicolon in there and then just put the next address. Okay? And the description, whatever you want the description to be. And this will be in the description right above the form. Then to build it, all you do is drag and drop. Literally, a first grader could do this. If you want to upload files, you can have them upload as many files as they want. You can put 15 upload file buttons on there if you want. You've always got to put a submit button. Without a submit button, nothing can be submitted. You can come up, you can change the names of your boxes. Just click on it, highlight it, and you change it right over here. All right? And you can say if it's required or not. Required or not means if they push on the button and it's required and they didn't put anything in there, it will not allow it to send. They will get an alert that says, hey, you've got to fill in this box. Any questions on the form at all? Anybody? Okay, rolling right along. Scratch off coupons is exactly that. Select your coupon, always a winner scratch off, the lottery scratch off. You come in here and you build out your coupons, what you want to do, anytime, scratch off image, whichever one you want to get, okay? See the preview? That's what it looks like. Let me recommend that you go in and play with this. Let me recommend that this be one of the first things that you go in and play with. Coupons are really, really cool. All right? Really cool. And just go in and play. The best thing you do is scratch offs and events. The best way to learn how to do this is just go in and do it. You're not going to tear anything up. Go in and put the information in, save it, pull it up on your phone, and that way you know exactly what it looks like. Exactly what it looks like. Any questions on scratch off coupons at all? Okay. Events, the same thing. These are for special events. Shanice called me the other day about working with the Chamber of Commerce or something. This is what that would be for. Maybe your business is having a special event where they're going to have a special sale or something, and they want to make sure that this is on their app. That's what the events are for. Start date, stop time, end date, end time, the phone number and the address of the event. They can put an image of the event in there, the title, an overview, okay? Photo gallery. You can add a category. You can separate these out. Photo gallery is very simple. Another thing that you really need to go in and play with, just upload a bunch of pictures. See what it looks like. Any questions on photo gallery, events, or scratch-offs? The photo gallery would be great to use for a real estate app, an auto dealer, anything like that. Let me say, if you're going out and you're doing real estate apps and you're doing auto dealers and all those, remember in the beginning where I showed you how to set it up to where they can access the photo section? Unless you want to lose a lot of money, I recommend that you let them do that, because they will literally call you every day and you will spend all your time doing nothing but uploading pictures. And unless you're charging a huge amount, it's not worth it. Punch card. Add a punch card location. This is the actual location of the business. And you can also put a fence around it that is geolocated. And if they go within that, they can actually access it. Then you actually add the reward. How many times does it have to be punched? How often can it be punched? Geolocation and card code. Geolocation only. Remember what I said right here? You can put the number of meters. And you can literally go in and put the store information in. It pulls up an address. I'm not going to do that right now because of time. I just want you to know what this is right here. Products and services. If you want to add products, you add a product or service. You can put the information in. These are all WYSIWYG boxes. Okay, everything in is WYSIWYG boxes. All right. Dan, if you will go in and Google, if you will go into Facebook and pull up YouTube video on the app, I've posted that 20,000 times in the last year. Add a link, okay, add a URL, or add a category. There again, go in and do this. That way you see exactly what it looks like. Products and services can be used for multiple different things, but that way you can go in and see what it looks like on your app. Menu. Let me talk about a menu real quick. You can add a menu item, okay? And what category does it go in? You can add a category. You can set up the category. Maybe it's one part is desserts. Maybe one part is appetizers. Maybe one part is drinks. You can set up the categories. Then you can add each individual item. Be very careful when you go in and you quote the price for a restaurant menu. If it's a large menu and it takes you 4 days and you only charge $249 for that app, then you just lost a lot of money. My base price for an app is $600 for a restaurant. That's the base price. Then we talk about the menu. Okay? Then we talk about the menu. Restaurant menus are restaurants are very time consuming. I highly recommend teaming up with Menufy. Let them do the entire menu, and all you do is come up here to the HTML text pages, link the menu in there, and it rock and rolls. Link to desktop website. If you want to put a desktop website on your app, all you do is put the link in here and save it. Let me tell you real quick, if their site is not mobile responsive, highly, highly, highly recommend that you do not put it there. It really takes away from the app, and it really makes their business look bad. Okay? Now, if you link their website here and you put the redirect code in the top, it's always going to redirect back to the app. Does everybody understand that? If they have a website and you put their website URL here, and it's not mobile responsive, I do not recommend you do that at all. If it is mobile responsive, then do it. It looks fine. If they have the redirect code, which we talked about in the beginning of the video, in that app, every time someone clicks on that link, it's not going to take them anywhere except redirect them right back to the app. Okay? Now let me show you something. You saw me build a few pages a while ago. Let's go back over here to the links. Okay, you see here I got the V card, email us, to contact us, the coupon, and all this information. I'm going to turn some things off because I want to show you something in the next section. I'm going to turn off call us. You saw it go away. I'm going to turn off email us. Okay? I want to put the coupon at the top because I want my coupon to always be at the top. I'm going to put the address and the directions as the next button. Okay? I'm going to put text me right here below that. And then I'm going to leave everything else where it is. See how I just adjusted my entire app? Does everybody see that? You see how I have my social media links right here? If I do not want those there, all I have to do is turn them off. They're not going to show up. But I highly recommend if you put them in that you turn them on. Okay? Does everybody see that? Let me come up here. I'm going to turn off join our list because we don't have them in the marketing platform yet. All right. Any questions on the content section at all? Any questions on the content section? You put the video for the homepage right here. You put the source code right here. You put the embed code right here where it says text.html. That's where you put the YouTube link. The YouTube embed code. Whew. Okay? Any questions on this page right here at all? Okay, let's go to settings. Title and description. You want to make sure this is SEO friendly. So you want to put stuff in here like their address, a small description of them, their address, their phone number, okay? And I always title my app, if it's Joe's Car Lot, the title of the app is Joe's Car Lot. I also make the URL link a long tail. Okay, you're not really worried about URL links when it comes to these mobile apps. They're not going to share it that way. All right? So what that does is that makes it strong and powerful for the search engines to come in and spider that information so that it can be indexed. All right? So make sure your information here is SEO friendly. And make sure that your title is SEO friendly. And that it says what it is. Any questions on title and description? Home screen icon. Now, I know this hasn't been working. Let's see if it's working. It's still not working. This is a third-party icon creator. And if it doesn't come back up in the next day or so, maybe we'll have to go in and add a new link to there. But it was a great icon creator. I used it all the time. But I usually build my own icons with my image software. So, but if that doesn't come back up in the next day or so, we'll attach another link. This is third party. We have nothing to do with it. It was just one that we've used for the last 3.5 years. And why he's down, I don't know. He's actually based overseas somewhere. But it was a great program. All you do is upload the image and the icon comes up. Any questions over home screen icon or title and description at all? Okay, the header. Here's your settings. Do you want your image at the top of the content? And if you do that, it scrolls. Or do you want it at the top of the screen? And did you see that the header did not move on that when I said top of the screen? Everything scrolls underneath it. See the header bar right here? The title bar? when I go top of content, that and everything with it scrolls up. If I want to leave that at the top of the screen, that and everything I scroll with it stays. I do not use a title bar, so I'm going to turn that off right now. Now, if I've got something special that I'm doing, I'll use one, but for the digital business card is no, you can use any program you want for an icon. That's a third-party program. All it does is you put an image in there and it creates the icon. An image is an image, period. An icon is an icon. You can put any icon in there. You can create your own. You can design your own. I'll design them all day long for $15. Email the image to me or tell me to create one. I'll do it for $15 all day long. But any icon, okay? All the icon creator does is see how this has rounded edges on it right here? It takes that image and it puts rounded edges on it. If you will go into Google, if you will use Google, you have, I'm not understanding what you're saying. You have what and it disappears when you refresh the web. If you go into Google and Google icon creators, there's probably 70 billion of them in there. And they're all, most of them are free. Okay, everybody saw me create some buttons a while ago. What I put on here is a button bar. And this is what I always put on. I put on a call us. I'm going to click add. I put on an email us. I'm going to click add. I put on a Facebook share. I take off the Facebook part. And I click add. Okay? And that's my toolbar. And that's the reason I turned it off. Dan, I still don't understand what you're asking me or what you're saying. I don't have a clue. You install it and it's saved, but when I refresh the page, it's gone. I'm not sure what you're asking on that, my friend. If you will send me some screenshots of what you're saying, that will help me a lot. Answer your question. Or I can go into your system and see. One or the other. Okay, call us, email us, share. Okay? And if you'll remember, I took those buttons off of there. On the footer, same thing. I do my footer a little bit different. Here it has a title bar down here. I don't want a title bar. I want it to be a tab bar. You can do this with anything. Do not, once again, be afraid to hit everything. Say, I don't want a title bar. I want to hide that. See how that went away? I want a tab bar. So I'm going to add a home page, and I'm going to add a previous page. See how my bar changed now? It looks real nice and clean. And what I do is when I'm completed building the app, I only have the tab bar on what? The subpages. Does anybody know why I would only want it on the subpages and not the home page? Does anybody know why I would do that? You're on the home page already, and you're not going to go to a previous page from the home page. So I take it off to keep the app looking extremely clean. Okay? I'm going to hit save. Remember this, and I do this all the time, so it's not just you. Hit save after everything you do. Hit save after everything you do. Remember what I was going to ask Woodrow to turn on that button? This is what the via text message looks like. And this is what the email message looks like. Okay? If you have viral texting turned on, you will have these two buttons right here. Slide menu is exactly that. Very seldom do I use a slide menu. But you can see the slide menu has every single button on it. What you can do in here is you can turn off whatever you don't want on the slide menu. There may be instances where you have stuff on the home page. You don't need it here, okay? Give me just, Joe, if you'll remember that question as soon as I finish this, I'll sure answer that. Okay, remember I said if it has an arrow, you can move it around. I can rearrange these any way I want. You can make it come from the right side. You can make it come from the left side. You can make it push, or you can make it overlay. There's not much difference between push and overlay. All right? Any question on the slide menu at all? Anybody? The viral text and viral share. Viral text reacts with their phone. And the way we sell it, the way we do that, Joe, is we go in and we show them how they can share their web app with their entire phone book and how they can show their clients and customers how to do the exact same thing. So next thing you know, let's say this guy's got 100 people in his contact list on his phone. He can literally go in and click on share via text message, and it opens up the texting service in his phone. Now, it does not work, and you're going to find this when you're out there. So I'll go ahead and tell you now, it doesn't work with third-party texting apps. It doesn't work with Hangouts. It doesn't work with Text Now or Text Me or any of those third-party programs, okay? It doesn't. Okay, and so what you got to do is you've got to make sure that they're using the systems message center. Okay, the systems message center, not a third party. It will not work with a third party. It also will not work with anything less than iOS 7. And the reason we've been waiting on iPhone to pick up this technology for a long time in order to be able to use it. iOS 7 and above. And most people's phones have the capability, but you will run into that occasional customer that has a phone from the 1920s, okay, that they cannot use that system with. It's new technology, and some people, they just never upgrade their phones. The same thing with the via email message. It will email out the app. It doesn't connect to any type of address books or anything, but they can email it out to a friend or something like that, one email at a time. And what that does is that stops spam. That's the reason that's set up that way. But the viral text is great. And the way you use that is you let your clients know that without question, that helps there, and you show them how to use that and send that to other customers and how to show and teach their clients how to do the same thing. That's a very, very popular feature, and it will definitely help you close deals without question. Any other question on that, Joe? Did I answer that? Anybody else have any questions so far on everything we've gone over? The slide menu, the footer, the header, the home screen, the title and description. Anybody at all? Okay, awesome. Page transitions. What this does is allow when the app comes up for it to do many different things. You can fade it in, you can pop it in, you can flip it in, you can turn it in. It kind of goes back kind of like the viral text thing. Transitions do not work on every single phone, okay? And I never use page transitions, never, okay? That's just me. We do have some people that use them, and it looks really cool. But what might happen is this, and you don't want to lose a deal over something as simple as a page transition. Let's say that you go in and you go in to do this page transition thing, and your client has an old phone, and that happens. Your client has an old phone, and you've got page transition turned on, and you've got a brand new Note 5 that just came out a month ago. And it looks really cool on yours, and everything is happening, and everything is working, and you text it over to them, and they open it up, and what happens? The page transition just did not work. You know what the first thing they think is? They don't blame their phone, trust me. The first thing they blame is that you're trying to trick them in some way, or there's something going on that's not kosher, or you're trying to get over on them. You never want to give that effect. So if you already know that they've got a cool phone, you've already seen it when you're talking to them, when you take the order, page transitions are great because you're able to demo that to them. If you can't demo it to them, don't turn it on. Always remember that. Pay attention closely to what the environment is and what they're holding in their hand. If they got an iPhone 6 and you got a good phone and everything's working on yours and you know it's going to work on theirs, then go in with some really cool stuff. If you don't think it is or will work, then don't do it. Within the next couple of years, everybody's phone will be upgraded and updated. It's just the way it is. But for now, some phones, some people still, we run into people all the time with phones that are 10 years old. Blows my mind. Show bookmark triangle. This is extremely important that you turn that on. I turn it on every single app. What that does is that recognizes the phone. That recognizes the phone that it's on, and when they touch on that, and you teach them this, when they touch on that, it shows them how to save the icon to the home screen. Now let me talk about the icon for a moment. Some older phones will not, I don't care what icon you pull up, I don't care what icon you've got on there, it will pull up an orange dot and a flag on an Android phone. There's nothing you can do about it. It's the phone itself. It has nothing to do with the icon. It has nothing to do with the mobile web app. Those phones do not recognize that technology, and it puts its own generic icon there. There's nothing you can do about that. So you're going to run across phones that happens to. We have resellers, just like yourself, that has older phones, and they call us all the time, hey, this didn't work. Okay? I always recommend demoing with Google Chrome. Google Chrome's an awesome platform to demo with. Awesome platform to demo with. Any questions on save to home screen, page transition, slide menu? Any questions at all? Is this helpful to everybody? Is everybody getting something out of this tonight? Nobody's left, so they must be. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's what we want. Okay, styles and colors. Thank you, Joe, my man. Styles and colors is where the magic happens. I just did a training video 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, where you can literally look over my shoulder. It's like the third video in the YouTube thing, and it says styles and colors. Definitely, without question, go in there and watch over my shoulder. We've got somebody on here tonight, Shanice Ford. She posted in the Facebook group. She literally did step by step exactly what I did in that training, and her app was fabulous. and it was the very first app she ever built, okay? Ever built. So make sure you go in there and look at that, and it will help you tremendously. Simple, you can literally sit here and do everything in a simple way, change the background colors, change the button colors, change the icon colors, everything right here. You can do anything you want, okay? You're not going to change any design features. You're very welcome, Shanice. Okay, you won't change any design features, but you can make these look any way you want from this simple palette right here. Okay? The advanced section is where all the magic happens. Do not let all these sets scare you. Okay? Do not be afraid to go in here and do things to make things happen. I can change the background color. Did you see the background color of my header just changed right there? Okay, I've got a button bar up there. I can go in and change the button bar colors. I'm going to change the icon color to white. I'm going to change the border color to blue. I'm going to change the background color to whatever 333 is, a dark gray. And then I'm going to change the selected background color to black. Did everybody see how quick I designed that button bar? Everybody see how quick I just went through that? I can change the text size. I can change the border radius. I can configure the font to whatever font I want. I never change the font on anything. I probably shouldn't hit that. Let me refresh it real quick. Because now it's downloading every single font in the world. Okay? You can see all the fonts. There's hundreds of them. I knew better than to hit that when I did that because I know it's going to download every single font. So if you want to change fonts and you want to mess with that, then download it and go get you a sandwich and come back. Okay. Styles and colors. Back over to advanced. Now, I'm going to show you something. I'm glad that did that. See, I did not save that, and that went away. Then you got to go right back in, and you got to do it all over again. So make sure, and I save everything as I do it. Hit save, and then move on. The footer bar the same way. Now watch this. I can come up here, and I can use header colors. I can say yes, copy. All right. Oh, I did not set them. Sorry about that. Okay. Or you can go up here and change them manually. Background color, footer bar, the whole 9 yards. All right. Title bar. I didn't have a title bar. I've got a tab bar. You don't have a button bar down there. Whatever it is, it's the same thing. Content body. The best place to look at your content body is right here. Come in here, you're going to set your border size. Does everybody see the border going around the content body right there? Can everybody see that? See me changing that right here? I usually set that at about a 5. Awesome. I can change it to a dotted line or a double line. I can do anything I want it. Okay, a groove line, inset line. I can change the border color to right here. I can change the background color if I want. I can change the text color. I can do anything I want. And don't be afraid to go in and play with this. If I want to change the text size. Now, if you ever come in and you've put something in the HTML section under the content, and it's real small right here, you can change it by just coming right here to this slider and changing the content body size, content text size. So everybody got that? We get that all the time. Somebody will call me and say, hey man, my font is so small. 16 is the preferred font size for phones. 16 is the preferred font size for phones. Now the main links. These are these links right here. You can come in and you can choose pre-made links. These are the pre-made links. These are your templates. See how everything changed? I can come into settings and I can change the colors. I can make them all the same color. I can remove that color. I can add a color. I can do whatever I want. I can change the radius of the box. And definitely play with these. Go in and play with these. I can change them one at a time. You can get a different look, okay? Same thing with the icon content box. Let's say I want to change this and I don't want to make it quite oval, but I want to put just a little bit on there. And let me go in here and I'm going to put a border on that. Let me change the color of that border. I'm going to change it to blue. Okay? And then I'm going to change my border color down here. I'll change it to, let's see here. We'll change that to gray. All right? Let's say that I want to make that kind of fancy and I want to put a dotted line around it. Or maybe I want to do an inset, and you can really see the inset when you set and do that. Okay? Where did you see content weight? Let me go back here. Content spacing maybe? Content spacing and content padding. Text color, text font, text size, text weight. Text weight, bold or normal. If you want to bold your text, you can bold it, or if you want it normal. Text style is italicized or normal. Was that what you was talking about, Joe? Okay, all right, awesome, dude. Okay, let's go back to the main links. So you can do anything that you want to with that. Icon, same thing. What do I want to do with my icon? I'm going to leave it white, but I want to put another little border around there, and I'm going to put it about the same radius, and I'm going to put the padding out there, so I give it a little bit different look, okay? The content box, maybe I want to put a border around it. And maybe I want to put a full radius around the border. And I want to make that a dotted dash line. Okay? You can really customize this any way you want. And ask Shanice in the Facebook group. It really works. It really works sitting down and just playing with this and following step by step. Same thing, text size. See the text size grow? Keep it at 16. That's the recommended font size on phones. Text padding, you can move it over a little bit if you want. Get a little different look. You can set the text alignment. Do you want it to the left? Do you want it to the center? Do you want it to the right? And if you do the text padding to the right, it moves it back to the left. I always keep mine. Text weight, same thing, bold, normal. Text style, italics. Text decoration, do you want it underlined or do you not? Very simple. Any question on content, body, header, footer, or main links at all? Anybody? Any question? Ask now or forever hold your peace. Pretty cool, huh, Joe? Absolutely, man. Hey, check out that number 3 video, dude, and you can be building apps just like this tonight before you go to bed. Absolutely can build apps like this. And I'm telling you, these apps sell. You know, people say, and I tell you what, I've heard people say it already, boy, I don't really want to go out in November, December. I don't know how good sales are. This has been the best month I've had all year. 5 apps were sold today by one sales rep. 5. Slide menu links. Same thing. If you have your slide menu active, you set up everything right here. It works the exact same way. Okay, content box and everything. If you have your slide menu link available. Let me go up here and turn it on real quick. Just so I can show you. See how I saved that? Let me come down here to styles and colors. Let me reload the preview. I hear you, buddy. Hey, it's not difficult though, Joe. Just sit down tonight and do it, dude. I'm telling you, man, you'll be amazed. Okay, open up your slide menu. You can do the same thing. You can put borders on it. You can change the radius, the background colors, the content box, everything. You can do anything with it you want. The icons. This is an amazing, I tell you what, guys, you learn how to do this right here, looking over my shoulder on that video, and you'll be out selling apps tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay? Same thing. Forms. I think we have a form on here. I think. I must not have saved that form all ago. Forms works the same way. You can set your label colors, okay? Your text input boxes, the styles, the radius, the borders, everything. The drop downs and the switches, you can change the colors on those. And the button. Photo gallery. Same thing, you can set the spacing, the radius, image sizes. Social media, we have social media on here. I always take away the text. And I set up the icons. I always put a border width on. I usually do a 4 or 5, whatever. And I always do this. I go to border color, social colors, icon color, social colors. It stands out. Okay, it looks good. Everybody recognizes those. Save to home screen triangle. I must have turned that off. The save to home screen triangle is simply that. You can change the color of it to whatever you want. Change the icon color. And I always make this look like and match up with my app colors. Any question on forms, photo gallery, social media, or the save to home screen triangle? Any questions at all? If it helps calms your nerves any, I build these apps all day long in 10 to 15 minutes. Like clockwork. Like clockwork. Full website length. Remember we was talking about the link a while ago to the website? You set it right here. The text color. Rate us page. Same things. What do you want the icon colors to be? And the text size? I like everything at 16. and your background. I can put a background image in. This is going to be really ugly. Oh, it actually turned out all right. You can upload your own images. I recommend your image being 1200 by 1600 for your background image. A JPEG image is fine. And you can also change, I'm going to remove this image and I'm going to change the background color. And you know what, for an ugly app, that didn't turn out too bad, did it? Any questions at all on this styles and colors? And there is a video in the training section. It's the third or fourth video. We did it about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I can tell you it works because Shanice Ford used that the very next day and posted her app at the Facebook group, and it was absolutely awesome. Okay? Shopping cart. If you set up the shopping cart that works with your products and services, you have to go in, and I just did PayPal training last week. It says PayPal training that shows you how to set up your username, password, and signature. You put your sales tax in, is there shipping, yes or no, and the information. And you have to have texting if you want a notification. If your customer wants a notification on the order. Okay? Products and services and or your menu if you want to use PayPal. Any questions so far at all? Anybody? Anybody? Ask now, forever hold your peace. Google Analytics. All you have to do is simply go into Google Analytics, get your code, and drop it in right here. And your Google Analytics will be connected to your app. Do not drop any other code into this section right here. It will literally freeze your app up, and we'll have to go in and unfreeze it. Do not put any other tracking code here. Do not put anything else other than Google Analytics code. I can't remember who asked me the question a while ago about Google Analytics, but this is where you do it right here. Any questions? And there's about 20,000 videos on YouTube. All you got to do is type in Google Analytics, and it will tell you exactly how to set up Google Analytics. Most of you probably know how to set up Google Analytics. And all you have to do is put the code in right here. You can literally, if you put in Google Analytics, it's got a live function in it. You can literally watch people looking at those apps live and seeing how many hits they have. And I recommend you put Google Analytics in your apps. Very much so. Any questions? Questions at all? Okay. And now you can come over and see what it looks like. And I didn't save anything, I don't think. There you go. And you come in, you preview your app. What text message is that, Dan? You have the viral texting platform. You do not have texting. Where you get the texting for 500 apps or 1,000 apps or 25,000 apps or texts or whatever. Your marketing platforms are included, but your texting packages are not. You get the viral texting package. Yeah, I just went over that. We'll do it again. How do you add a background? You go right here to backgrounds. Select your background image. You can either upload a background image right here where it says upload, and you can select one that's already here. 1200 by 1600 should be the size. Yes, the actual texting has to be signed up for separately. Absolutely. I recommend every one of you, yes sir, I recommend every one of you go in and get a 500 texting package for your app. You cannot sell what you do not have. You cannot sell what you do not have. Okay. Extras. This is your reputation management system. All right. This is where you click to set up your Google Places. Just click on it. Type the business name in here, the city and the state, and do a search and click connect. Same thing with Foursquare. Business name, zip or state or country, and it will find them, and you can connect that to the Foursquare and to Google Places. Very simple to do. Website opt-in HTML. If you've got a website and you want to put them on your system, put this on your website, you can put this example here. That's what the box looks like. All you have to do is copy this script right here. And or no styling. It's just simply a blank box. Great if you have a blog and you want to drop this over on the side on your blog or something like that. It's really great. Your QR codes come in 3 different sizes. All you have to do is click download and download them. And they come in a zip file, so make sure you have zip. Okay? Any other questions? And your website redirect is also right here. Okay? Any questions over what we've gone over so far? At all? This video is going to be up for replay and review. You can sit down and watch it all weekend. What would you rather watch, me or the OU-OSU game? I would choose me, but there you go. Thank you, Joe. Oh, shoot. Oh, I love myself too. All right. Now, for those of you who have the website, which is probably all of you, okay? I think all of you have the package with the website. If you don't, you need to get that. Let me go in here real quick. When you come into your control panel, it goes, do you want to convert or not? The reason this is in here, our older resellers have the older sites, and so they have to convert it. So everybody, when you set it up, just go yes, convert. Don't worry about no cancel or anything. Just hit yes, convert. Okay? Now, your domain name. You can see I don't have a domain set up here. There is explicit directions right here, and you have to do forwarding and masking, okay? When you go into your account and your domains, for example, you're going to see this right here. I highly recommend that you use GoDaddy. I don't use GoDaddy for anything else except my domain names for Instant App Wizard. I've got my own servers and everything else. But I use GoDaddy specifically for my domain names, okay? If you'll come right down here, you see where it says forwarding? You're going to manage it from right here. And you're going to add your domain. Now, I'm not going to add anything because I've got these set up on something else. But just go into GoDaddy, go into domains. But if you'll look right here, it walks you through step by step. Now, I want to show you something. You see this right here where it says forward to? It shows you that site right here. This is the actual website URL. And I want to make sure, I'm going to go through this. I do not want to leave this until everybody understands it. So I'm going to ask you in a moment. I want you to say, yes, I understand what you're saying. It's extremely important, not for me. I know how to do it. I want to make sure you know how to do it so you guys can get your stuff up and you can go out and start making money and quit worrying about the small stuff. Okay? Then what you do is whatever your domain name is, let's say it's carry at whatever, carry mobile apps, okay, .com. This is what you need to put in right there. So this is your website URL. This is your domain name. You have to come in. You're going to go to forwarding. You're going to add now. You're going to forward to, okay. This is the key to your life because every one of you will call on Friday or send in a support ticket and say, this is not working. And I know that because I've seen it 1,000 times. See right here where it says forward and masking? That has to be set to forward with masking. Okay? And if you want to put some SEO stuff in there, you can. Does everybody understand that? I want to make sure. 301 permanent, forward with masking. This right here, forward to, is this URL right here. Woodrow, thank you for turning that on for me, buddy. I really appreciate that. Does everybody understand that? I mean, I can't. I'm going to ask everybody that's got a platinum package just to say yes, please. Because I will explain it 1,000 times. It will save us so much work. Bill, Dan, Joe, man, we got 3 Joes and 2 Jims in here. The sales rep, thank you, buddy. Okay. Does everybody not saying yes not have the platinum package? Got it? Thank you, Dan. Thank you. I will wait till I wake everybody up because I'm telling you, this is probably the most important thing you can do right here. Okay? It's extremely important. Very, very important. Dan, if you will send me a copy of what you're talking about, I will go into your site when this is over. I have not a clue what you're talking about your icon problem. I could say that all night long. I wish I could fix it right now, but I don't have a clue. Are you uploading an icon? Are you uploading an actual icon, and what size is the icon? If the icon is not square, it's not going to show up. The icon has to be square, 250 by 250, 500 by 500. It has to be squared. And that could be the problem. So, but if you will let me, as soon as I get off this training, I will go in and I've got 5 billion icons I can upload and see what the problem is. Woodrow says he thinks your size and or your format is wrong. What are you uploading to it? A PNG file, a JPEG, or a GIF? And what size? And it's over, if it's over 500 meg, it's not going to upload. Ping at 250 by 250, that should work. I will go in and look at it. Okay, This is the website right here. Okay? This is the website. So everybody understands, you go in and you set it up like this, step-by-step instructions. You really, I mean, if you follow this, you will never talk to me again except on training. You're very welcome, Dan. Except on training. Okay? It's step-by-step. And this is the new GoDaddy. GoDaddy instructions. Okay, so we got our domain name set up. We can set our title. We can put a logo in. I'm not going to upload a logo. Web app. What web app do we want to attach this to? You can attach your website to a web app. I highly recommend you create your own web app, okay, your web app for your business, and attach that website. What that does is that automatically redirects that website to your web app when they go on it. It automatically does it for you. Right here, you can change the colors. Okay, purple, green, orange, gray, green, yellow, or red. Whatever color you want. Okay? So everybody got that? You can come in here and if you want to custom color it, whatever you want to do. Make a custom color. Make it black. Okay? If you don't like these colors, you can do a custom color and hit save. It's saved. And yeah, you see how this turned black now? All right. See how the icons turn black? I mean, it picked up all the black throughout the styling. Pretty cool. All right, has everybody got that? Everybody got these first few buttons, the title, logo, web app. It will automatically resize your logo to fit in this space right up here. I think it's 85 by 60 or something like that. Okay? I can't remember. I'll find that out. I just did one for my, I can tell you real quick. Any questions on how to change the colors? No. The only thing that's colored on here is this top header section. Any questions? Any questions? Any other questions on that part? Okay, let's go through content. This is your header. Here's your logo. Here's your images. Okay? You can change all of this out. You can do anything you want to with this. You can change this text. I can change this heading. I can change the link name. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to refresh this. Oops. Forgot what the link was. Well, that wasn't it. Okay, see I changed that. I am cool. This is my site. Blah, blah, blah. I am demand. and changed everything out. Features and overviews. You can do the same thing. Every single thing on this page can be changed. If you don't want tap to call and you want to create a different feature set, if you want to change any of this, if you want to change the icon, everything can be changed. If you can type and you're a creative and can go in and put, you don't have to change anything. This site is set up, ready to go. All you have to do is put your domain name in, connect your domain name, forward and mask, upload a logo if you want to. It's good to go. Okay? And you can change the whole thing. The feature details. Let me go up here and go down. This is your tap to call. This is what I was showing you right here. These are all your feature details. You can come in, app styles, click the call buttons. You can change every bit of this. You can make this say whatever you want. You can put whatever images in you want. This is simply point and click WYSIWYG. Same thing with services. You can take it all out if you want to. You can put your services in here, whatever your services are. Okay? Whatever you want. Modify the screenshots shown on your site. Pricing table. This is where you edit your prices and your subsets of your pricing. Whatever is included. You can move this around. Remember, if it's got an arrow, you can move these around. If you want to change this to $50, you can change it to $50. It's going to reflect. Maybe it's a monthly price and you got a setup price of $49.95. I can add items if I want. Whatever I want to do. This is customized. It's my site. It's my pricing. Any questions? See that I changed setup to $50 and then, $49.95 and then $50 a month. I did Stripe and PayPal over the last 3 weeks. You can find that in the YouTube videos too. How to set that up. Testimonials, and you will get testimonials from your customers. I highly recommend you put those on your page. Contact form, do you want to show the contact, yes or no? Of course you do. Here's the contact form right here. They can contact you, they can send you a message and it's sent to your email. Social media links, you put your social media links here. Whatever social media links you got. If you do not have social media set up, I highly recommend that you sit down this weekend, set up your Facebook page, your Google page, and your Twitter page. If you don't know how to do that, email me. I charge $99 for each one of them, and I'll be more than happy to set them up for you. Member login, link name your account, show login form, yes or no. Absolutely, you want to show it. When you have, remember a while ago I set it up to where my member could log in and do photos and he could go into his control panel? This is where you want to have that done on your page. Okay? See right here where it says your account? It'll take him to the login. I'm logged in right now. If I wasn't on this computer, it wouldn't do this. But I'm logged in, so it's going to take me to my login. Take me to my site, to my page. And the footer. All right. Whatever your business name is, just change it. I'm high on myself tonight, so everything is Carrie Demand. See it set up my social links on the bottom? And Carrie Demand 2015. I'm going to be the man in 2016 too. Just hold on and watch. Okay? We went through content payment. I just went through, you just have to set it up. What payment system do you want? Stripe or PayPal? I recommend you go look at one of the last couple of trainings. You like that, Woodrow? You set up your Stripe and your PayPal, okay? Right here. And those trainings are over the last couple of weeks, so you can find them, no problem. Let's go back over here to web apps. Let me show you how to do the sales rep feature real quick. There's any questions on anything I've gone over so much? We're getting ready to wrap up, okay? We've been here for 2 hours. 2 hours. Any questions? Anybody? And you know what? Everybody has stayed, and I appreciate that. Anybody at all? Okay. We're going to roll over. The man is going to roll on. Sales rep feature. Okay. You've got to set this up. So we're going to come over here to manage. This is an extremely important part of your business. And most of you on here, Jim, you've got your hand raised. I'm not sure if you want to ask a question or not. If you do, just type in the box for me, buddy. Because I don't know how to do the hand raise thing. But you're welcome to type in the question box, and I will answer you. If sometimes that thing just pops up. You have to come over and set up your sales reps. Okay? And you're going to add your sales rep. And you're going to come in here, and we're going to call this Carrie. And we're going to give me an email address. I mean, this is his email address. My email address, actually. Phone number. I'm not going to put my real phone number in here. I think I did that a while ago. I need to go back in there. I need to go edit that out. Everybody have a dang phone number. Username, Carrie. Password, Carrie1. And now this is the username and password that they're going to sign in on your website. Okay? If you hire sales reps, you always want them to sign on your domain name. Okay? Like if I have sales reps for agent apps, okay? And they're going to come over and they're going to go to agentapps.mobi and they're going to log in right here, okay? And this is fixing take me to the login page, and they're going to log in right here with their username and password that you give them. Does everybody understand that? That's extremely important for you to know. Do not send them to instantappwizard.com. Send them to your domain. And I know some of you are looking forward to hiring sales reps. It's awesome. My sales reps were on the streets today selling apps. Okay. Dallas, Texas. USA. All right. Click Save. Now, let me show you something. How many apps can this old boy ever have? All right. I'm going to go in here and edit him. We're going to give him 10 apps. Now, let's say that you hire them and you teach them to do what I'm teaching you to do, and that is to build apps. Okay? You can actually feed them 10 apps, and they can build 10 apps. You can give them one app. All right? Let's go over here real quick. I want to give Carrie this app. Now see right here where it says Carrie has no apps? I'm going to give Carrie an app. All right. Now I can come over here and I can say, I'm going to give this to another sales rep. See where it says Carrie has an app now? I can give Carrie that app too. Let me tell you how I work it with my sales reps. And we're going to go into this training starting next Tuesday on the 1st. And we're going to talk about sales reps inside that training over 6 weeks. What I do, my sales rep sells and I build. So you get very good at building. You hire people to go out and sell, and you sit and build all day. And it works out very well. Okay? Any questions on the sales rep feature? App branding. Somebody asked about app branding earlier. This is the app branding that's on the bottom. I think Dan asked this question. Dan, your app branding that goes on the bottom of your app, if you'll fill this information out right here, if you'll go to Manage, App Branding, you can put some junk in here, whatever. I don't type, so I can't sit here and type words. Okay? Call button. Sorry. That's call button text. Call button number. Save. Continue. Now, I just set up my app branding. Okay, now let me come over here and I'm going to show you this on this demo real quick. I know this demo is ugly, but see right there where it says developed by Carrie Demo? That's the information I just put in there. When someone clicks on that, there's all the junk that I put in there. Okay? And I know it's ugly. And that's how you brand your app. Right there. And it's right up here in Manage. Manage your web apps, manage your website, manage your sales reps, manage your app branding. If you want to add something on or you want to go in and change your password on your account, you can do it from right there. Any questions at all? Yeah, that branding portion is very, very powerful. Will definitely help generate leads because people will click on it, trust me. Any questions at all? Anybody at all on what we've gone through? We've gone through the entire platform in 2 hours and 10 minutes. I will go back on anything you need me to go back on. Do you have a sample on how you do a profit sharing for your reps? I don't need a sample. I can tell you it's 50-50. If we charge $200 for a product, he gets 100, I get 100. If it's $50, I get 25, he gets 25. If it's 10, I get 5, he gets 5. No matter what the product is, it's 50-50. Every additional add-on, I charge $49.97. Any additional coupon I add, it's $49.97. My pricing is extremely simple. My process is very simple, and I will teach you every bit of that over that 6 weeks of training. Roger Pineda, the guy that you guys heard speak, he follows my process to the T. To the T. Absolutely. And the sales reps love receiving 50% of everything they do. Works out very well. Okay, that looks like it's about it. I'm going to close with this. There's two things that are very important to me. Extremely important. And this is for you and everybody that watches this video. I want you to go out and do 6 figures every single year. I want you to be as successful as you possibly can. And I'll tell you, like I tell every single person that ever picks up the phone and calls me, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, did you do it? I never want to hear these words, I can't or I won't. Because if you can't or you won't, you're not going to do it anyway. I want you to go through the platform this weekend, and I want you to watch this video. It's going to be 2 hours and 20 minutes. And you can cut off this part if you want, since you've already heard it. If you want to be successful, you do what the successful do. And if you follow my model, you will be successful, because I'm very successful at what I do. That's not arrogant speaking. That's 3.5 years of running against the wall, beating my head, testing. But I can tell you this. No one, 0 people at all has ever shown me how to use this platform. Everything I know how to do, I learn it on my own. Because no one's going to teach me any better than opening a box and typing it in and opening the app and seeing what it does. I can promise you that. I will help you 10,000%, just like I did tonight. I cleared my schedule for a 2.5, 3-hour webinar, whatever it took. I know our support department will do everything they can to help you with support. But no one can take you by the hand and lead you out to talk to customers but you. There's not a person on this call that cannot build an app exactly like Shanice did, looking over my shoulder in that video and creating that $249 app. Every single person on here can do that. The only reason you won't is because you don't. If you will do that, okay, yeah, there you go. If you will do that, I guarantee you, without question, you will not fail. I promise you. If you will follow that, you will not fail. Something else we're not. We're not a research department. We're not Google. Google is the greatest research department you have. Go out and find things. First and foremost, you own your own business now. This is your business. It's not Carrie's business. You're not going to run it the same way I do. I'm sure not going to run my business the way you do. I put everything in stone the way I do things. I'm very adamant about the way my sales reps sell. We do not use paper. We use a phone and a phone only. That will never change, okay, because we sell mobile apps. But I will show you and teach you what I do if you're willing to listen and follow. If you need to know something about a icon program or how to do something, YouTube is full of it. I don't do third-party programs. I don't care about third-party programs. I don't care about adding anything to the platform. None of that stuff. What I care about is you going out and making money and not sitting at a desk, spinning your wheels, trying to reinvent the cart because it doesn't work. What I do know what works is what we do every day. That's build apps, sell apps, get referrals, and sell more apps. That's what works. You cannot sit at a desk and call people and have a successful business. You cannot sit at a desk and demo this. It doesn't work. You have to get out, or you have to hire a sales team to get out and go out and make it happen. If you do that, you will not fail. A blind squirrel will fall over a nut every now and then. You won't fail. You can't. You can't. Roger Pineda had 33 cents left in his pocket after joining this, and next month he's debt-free. And he doesn't do anything else but Instant App Wizard. And he follows the program. He can't even turn on a computer. You know? I mean, really. I mean, he's not computer literate at all, and he doesn't make any bones about it. It's just who he is. But he can sell apps, and he can follow a video that shows you how to build an app. Yeah, and if you don't want to build your own apps, trust me, I build some powerful apps. Very powerful. I build apps for resellers all the time. All you need to do is email me, get me on the phone, and we will talk. My email is Kerry, Kerry, that's Kerry at instantappwizard.com if you don't want to build them. We can do it for you. It's going to cost you. I don't do it for free, obviously. Any questions? Get you some good Zig Ziglar tapes this weekend and listen to them. Zig's my hero. Zig taught me to sell. Been selling since I was 15 years old. I'm introverted, I'm shy, and I don't like people. And I make my living selling. So I'm lying. I do like people, but I am shy. Yeah, stop cold calling. That's right. Stop cold calling. It's not a cold call. Every call is a warm call because everybody's a friend. All right, guys. Hey, I just want to thank everybody, and I mean really, for coming out tonight. I know this has been long, but I know it's been valuable because every single one of you know now what every single button in this platform does. Go in and do it. You don't need to call and ask. Get on the video and find it because now it's available. With that said, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. For all those that are going to watch this after Thanksgiving, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving and look forward to Christmas. And more importantly, I hope you look forward to 2016. God bless and good night. Thank you so much for sticking with me and listening to me tonight. And as Joe said a while ago, he'd rather listen to Kerry than watch football. Go OU. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. It's been a blessing to me to have you with me tonight. Thanks so much. Absolutely. Yes, Dan, I'm going to check your icon as soon as I get off of here. I promise.